The WWE Superstar shakeup continues, and yikes! I'll mostly talk about the picks of SmackDown Live, but this show, was it me, or this was Monday Night Raw under SmackDown's disguise? I felt like I'm watching Monday Night Raw. Wasn't that the most random thing you have ever seen in your entire life? And I understand why it's so bad. Vince McMahon cares about SmackDown way more right now since it's moving to Fox, $1 billion deal, and Vince McMahon actually caring about SmackDown is not a good thing. Road Dogg resigned. He's not a part of SmackDown Creative anymore. It's probably just Vince McMahon now, and I felt that. In my honest opinion, that was the worst SmackDown Live of 2019. Even Monday Night Raw was better. It was actually a pretty decent show. This was barely watchable. And by the way, WWE, to make things a little bit more fresh, am I the only one who misses tag team matches? I want some more tag team matches. I feel like WWE forgot about the tag team matches. Could you give me more tag team matches in the WWE? Are you listening to me? I want some tag team matches. Teddy Long is probably smiling and he's a huge fan of SmackDown Live right now. Holla holla holla. Dude, I loved WWE during these past few months. What happened? Anyway, let's talk about the Superstar shakeup. Let's talk about the picks. May I remind you the picks from Monday Night Raw. Cedric Alexander, Eric Young, Lacey Evans, EC3, Naomi, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Andrade, Ivor, Eric, Aleister Black, Ricochet, The Miz, and AJ Styles. So you may wonder, okay, so Finn Balor is on SmackDown Live. That means Intercontinental Championship is on SmackDown Live. Well, there are rumors that Samoa Joe is going to be drafted to Monday Night Raw. So United States Championship will be on Monday Night Raw in 2019. The problem is there are rumors that Samoa Joe is actually really sick, so they decided not to do it on television. Hopefully it's not anything serious, and hopefully he is moving to Monday Night Raw. That's actually what I wanted. I wanted Finn Balor on SmackDown because I won the IC Championship on SmackDown Live. For some reason, I always felt like it's a SmackDown Championship, and I want United States Championship on Raw. So before the show, Vince McMahon announced that we are getting the biggest acquisition in SmackDown Live history. So I thought it's going to be either Conor McGregor, Brock Lesnar, or WWE are going to swerve you, because by the biggest, they mean Braun Strowman because he's big. Yeah, so instead we got the most random thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I feel like Vince McMahon is losing his mind in reality, but he's also losing his mind in the WWE. So, is that a gimmick or is it actually happening? I'm not quite sure anymore. Before we start, let's talk about the untelevised SmackDown Live picks. Tucker and Otis. So these two are going to be on SmackDown Live. I wonder how long does it take for them to get buried. Mickie James is going to be on SmackDown Live as well. She doesn't add anything to the roster anymore. It's pretty shocking, by the way. She was the face of women's division back in I think 2008, 9, 10 or something like that. She was the face of women's roster, if I'm not mistaken. She and Kelly, right? It's crazy that she's barely on WWE television. So hopefully she can find her way to make it on television on SmackDown Live. Hopefully. Apollo Crews is going to be on SmackDown Live, and I've seen it on Twitter. He's very excited. Like in 2016, he got any kind of push. And don't get me wrong, he's very talented, by the way. He's very talented, and I hope he's gonna get pushed. Being in the tightest worldwide wasn't necessarily a push that... Well, it wasn't a push. If it was a push, it's not a push that anyone deserves, honestly. And another untelevised pick was Chad Gable. There's a positive and there's a negative with this. What can they possibly do with Chad Gable on SmackDown Live? What can they possibly do with Chad Gable at all? In general, what can they possibly do with Chad Gable if he's not gonna be in a tag team? He's very talented. I love the guy, but I don't see how WWE could use the guy. And the positive thing is, Bobby Roode is a heel And he's also not in a tag team anymore. So basically, there's a slight chance that we may get the Bobby Roode that we all want in the WWE. People are not talking about it. So this is something I've just realized. Bobby Roode is a heel right now, and he's on Monday Night Raw alone. Are we getting Bobby Roode in the mid-card or main event? This is something to think about. Anyway, let's actually talk about SmackDown Live. We got an opening segment featuring The New Day and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens joined The New Day. Yeah, that was funny. I mean, in some ways it was funny, but at the same time, I don't think it does any good for Kevin Owens' career. Like I've said before, this show really felt like a filler, and nothing that happened on this show really matters except the draft picks. So because Kevin Owens joined The New Day and he ate a bunch of pancakes to prove that he really deserves to be in The New Day, what is Kofi Kingston doing? Please, man, get a rivalry, because this championship title reign may get bad very, 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 very soon. Get a rivalry. He beat Big E's record in eating pancakes, and I'm pretty sure Big E is mad right now, and he's gonna be on SmackDown next week, and he's gonna prove that he is the best pancake eater. And because of this, we are going to get a 6-man tag team match. Oh man, finally a tag team match on SmackDown. The New Day and Big O versus Cesaro, who was without Sheamus by the way, Rusev, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Finn Balor is on SmackDown Live, so Intercontinental Championship is officially on SmackDown Live, and we got Finn Balor versus Mustafa Ali. It's really weird seeing people like Finn Balor on SmackDown, because I feel like, yeah, he was never a part of SmackDown Live. I don't think he even wrestled ever on SmackDown Live, at least not televised. So it was pretty weird, and just like I've said, it feels a bit fresh. I was tired of Finn Balor, but now since he's on SmackDown, I can deal with it, I guess. I can deal with it, especially when he's in a match against people like Mustafa Ali. Yeah, it's Ali now. Don't forget. Finn Balor won the match, and then we got Charlotte Flair versus Carmella. Charlotte Flair won the match. Charlotte versus Carmella. Carmella, I don't want to see Carmella at all. I don't care. Dude, this SmackDown sucked. I really just want to talk about the draft picks. This SmackDown was really bad. The match was really long as well. The match was really long and it was barely watchable. We got Lars Sullivan destroying R-Truth after the match. The problem is, people don't care about the guy. I feel like it really doesn't look good for Lars Sullivan in the WWE. People don't give him any heat, any type of reaction. People don't care. And they are really trying, my man. They are really trying. He attacked the Hardy Boys. He attacked Kurt Angle. It just doesn't work. Ember Moon is now a part of SmackDown Live. Someone who should be in the main event of women's division. It's just pretty obvious. Bayley is on SmackDown Live. People booed the crap out of her because of this whole Sasha Banks controversy. People also booed Sasha Banks. When Bayley mentioned Sasha Banks, people booed her. I'm glad people realized that these two are a little bit unprofessional. Paige introduced a new tag team. It's not these two, it's Asuka and Kairi Sane. I like this tag team. Kairi Sane and Asuka feels like an actual tag team that is going to actually succeed in the WWE. Feels legit. It's a shame that Sasha Banks is difficult to work with. I feel like Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Asuka and Kairi Sane would be pretty huge. But I'm glad Kairi Sane is on SmackDown, and I know she's gonna get a special WrestleMania entrance at WrestleMania 36. That is a given. We got Bayley, Ember Moon, Asuka, and Kairi Sane defeating the Iconics, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. So let's talk about this biggest acquisition in WWE SmackDown history. It's not Brock Lesnar, it's not Goldberg, The Rock, Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, whatever. It's Elias. Like I've said, Vince McMahon lost his mind. It's Elias, but I guess at this point we all knew that someone is going to interfere, either Brock, Strowman. I thought it's going to be Strowman or Roman Reigns. It was Roman Reigns, spear to Elias, Superman punch to Vince McMahon, spear to Elias, typical stuff. Vince McMahon is going to do this whole thing with Roman Reigns again. Now on SmackDown. Thank you, Vince. I loved SmackDown. And yeah, I felt like watching Monday Night Raw, and in the end of the show, they proved me that I'm actually watching Monday Night Raw with SmackDown logos. So SmackDown is going to be interesting. Roman Reigns is on SmackDown, AJ Styles is on Raw. I think it makes sense. But the problem is how WWE are going to handle Roman Reigns on SmackDown. That is a problem. That is a worry. And the most important question right here is it time to bring back this? Is it time to bring back this on the show? We will see. We will see. No one is safe on Greatness of Wrestling. Liv Morgan is also going to be on SmackDown Live. She's not gonna be in the Riot Squad anymore. I feel like they are going to give her some kind of a singles push. I don't know what WWE have in plans, obviously. I don't know what they could have in plans. Is she a good wrestler? I don't even know that. Whatever. She's on SmackDown and I feel like that's okay. SmackDown really needed a couple of more women. Buddy Murphy is going to be on SmackDown from 205 Live. Now, this is a huge one. People don't realize how big this one is. He was supposed to be, in my opinion, on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown in the first place. It's not a problem that he was on 205 Live, but he has a lot of charisma, wrestling abilities. He's a very good wrestler with a lot of charisma. He's a potential main eventer, so I'm glad he's on SmackDown Live. I hate the fact though that EC3 is on Monday Night Raw because this guy just got buried, literally. We will see how it goes with Buddy Murphy. So again, the full list of new SmackDown Live superstars: Tucker, Otis, Mickie James, Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Liv Morgan, Buddy Murphy, Lars Sullivan, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Bayley, Elias, Finn Balor, and Roman Reigns. Hopefully SmackDown Live is still going to be the show that we will still be able to watch. I'm trying to stay positive. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the Superstar Shakeup in the comments below. I think this year it was really disappointing, beyond lazy like I've said before. And hopefully next year we will get something a little bit more creative. Or maybe before SmackDown moves to Fox. We need something more creative. We need something. This was an entrance, a bunch of entrances, like I've said before. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and as always, yeah boy, the Great One. Peace, love, and hugs.